Hi, I'm Jocelin with Real Life Homesteaders, and tonight I'm hanging out in the barn with Mark, and I'm going to give a couple of different video clips that we are shooting tonight. So number one thing that he is doing, my husband Mark, is ear tagging all of the milking cows, and then we're going to work our way through and ear tag the bulls, the steers, and the young heifers that are not yet being milked. But since we have brought in over the last few years our dairy girls from various farms, different farms use different systems. So some farms use ear tags with one numbering system, other farms use 2 ear tags with a different numbering system. Some will use numbers and names. That was only one. Some will use a chain around the neck with ear tags, and so they all have different ways of being identified. And Mark and I, being around the cows all the time, know them by their names. We have given every single cow on our place a name. And now that we have helpers working with us on the farm, it's really difficult for them to start to memorize all of these names because we've gotten to know the cows as they've been born or brought onto the farm. And it's a lot for somebody new to learn. Think of it, if you went in a group of people and I told you, you need to memorize 23 people's names all at once. And so we decided that it would be helpful for us because some of our cows look very similar, and especially some of the babies, because they have the same dad, have a lot of similar features. And it would also be helpful for our farm helpers to have everybody with a tag that says their name. And so I'm going to show you a little video clip of Mark tagging the animals. And I'm also going to show you the calves. I was in playing with them tonight. So hopefully you enjoy some really neat evening farm clips from us here at Real Life Homesteading. So tonight we are giving everybody new ear tags. Think of it kind of like getting your ears pierced. So you can see she didn't quite like the actual clipping on that Mark did, but as soon as he was done, it really isn't bothering her. And she had her grain, she's been milked so that she's all settled, and she doesn't have to do anything else. And now she can be let out of the squeeze chute to go back out with the rest of the herd. So I'm out here in the barn hanging out with the calves, and this is Miss Maddie right behind me. And then Mr. Cedar. Yep, hi Maddie. You gonna say hi to the camera? Oh, you're gonna come give it kisses. Who wants cow kisses? We have free cow kisses at our farm. Very friendly cows. There's Mr. Cedar over there, and Miss Zoey is right here beside me as well. Unfortunately, we lost Gingerbread. She was the calf that we had in the house that I did the longer video about, and she seemed like she had done really well, and unfortunately she took a very quick turn and there was nothing we could do. The vet is suspicious that there might have been something that she was born wrong with, and that might have been part of the reason why we had some of the hypothermia issues early on. And while we stabilized that and were able to get her through the first, the temperatures were not bad. There was really no reason. There were no symptoms of anything. And unfortunately, we just lost her. But we've been keeping a close eye on the rest of the calves. Everybody is doing good and very healthy and well. That is unfortunately one of the realities of homesteading, that sometimes your animals, no matter how hard you try, don't make it. But we're very thankful for the precious ones that we do have. And what you can't see, because it's just me filming, is that I am getting absolutely covered in cow licks and kisses. So Zoey is one of our young heifers here, and I'm going to try and tilt the camera down here and see if we possibly... Hi, Zoey. Yes, you're on camera. You're going to come give it more kisses? Okay, well, this is Miss Zoey, and she is a gorgeous Jersey heifer. And this is Miss Maddie here beside me, and she is licking my other boot. And then Mr. Cedar is one of our steer calves, and he's a little shyer. And so he wouldn't have had a good personality for a bull on the farm, because when they're shy like that, they tend to become more dominating around the humans, and their personalities don't work very well for a homesteading bull. And so he's going to be a great asset as a steer, and then eventually when he's a couple years old, he'll go for freezer camp, as we call it around here. But anyway, wanted to give a little calf update tonight. Thank you for joining us on Real Life Homesteaders. Please like, subscribe, and follow us here on YouTube, as well as be sure to check out our website, reallifehomesteaders.com.